Hello guys, we are from Group 8, which consists of Ami, Sakar and Pras. So you can see here, our topic is segment insertion and deletion rules. Phonological rules may add or delete entire segments. These are different from the feature changing and feature adding rules, which affect only parts of segments, and also have been previously explained by Group 7. So the first one here is segment insertion rules. The process of inserting a consonant or vowel is called a parenthesis. The rules for forming regular plurals, noun plus es, possessive forms, noun plus apostrophe s, and third-person singular verb agreement in English, verb plus es, require an parenthesis rule. So before we get into this explanation, we provide a note down here about sibilant sounds in case you forget about it, because we are going to discuss about it. So as you can see here, sibilant sounds consist of s, z, sh, j, ch, and j. So here is the first part of the rule that we gave earlier for plural formation. If we insert a or schwa before the plural morpheme z, when a regular noun ends in a sibilant, it becomes z. If this symbol stands for null, we can write this morphophonemic parenthesis rule more formally as null becomes schwa between two sibilants, or like this. So between these two sibilants, it is the schwa. So the schwa is placed in the middle, in here. You also have to remember, when you pronounce the schwa, it is not emphasized, but it is only pronounced faintly and slightly, so it is not emphasized. For example, in here, bus, buses. So it is not buses, but buses. It is quick and slightly. Oh, and if you're still confused on where is the placement of the schwa, it is here. The E here is the schwa between these two sibilants, between S and S. So buses. And then the next example, quiz, quizzes. Not quizzes, but quizzes. It is quick. And then church, churches. Bush, bushes. Garage, garages. Judge, judges.
Hello everyone, here I'm going to continue the presentation. Possessive ending also follows the same rule as plural ending does. For example, James's, Charles's, Jose's, Liz's. Not only does possessive ending follow the rule of plural ending, but also the third person singular verb agreement. For example, kisses, tosses, washes, buses. Similarly, we recall the first part of the rule for regular past tense formation in English. Insert a before the past tense morpheme when a regular verb ends in a non-nasal alveolar stop. The and the and or ed. This emphasis rule may also be expressed in our more formal notation. So the schwa is in the middle between nasal and alveolar consonant and the consonant. So for some examples, these examples are for ed sounds: started, wanted, added, commanded. So the ending is sounds ed. And for the sound is such as walked, talked, typed, and the sounds are smelt, whispered, light, bent. So those are the examples of uh, the, and ed sounds.
So next is about segment deletion rules. Just as vowel length can be used for emphasize without changing the meaning of a word, as in stop hitting me, an epenthetic schwa can have a similar effect, as in please let me go. Segment deletion rules are generally found in many languages and are far more common than segment insertion rules. This rule occurs in casual or rapid speech. We often delete the unstressed vowels that are shown in body type in words like the following. So there's a sentence. These words in casual speech sound as if they were written. Mystery, general, memory, funeral, vigorous, Barbara. Okay, next. The silent G that torments spellers in such words as sign and design is actually an indication of a deeper phonological process. In this case, one of segment deletion. Consider the following examples. So, there are two parts, the part A and part B. As you can see in that example, you can see in part A, there's a silent G. So, for example, the first one is sign. When we spell sign, it is like this, SIGN. But when we pronounced it, we silent the G. But when it comes to the part B, the spell and pronunciation, we use the G. So this is the explanation. In column A, the G is silent, while in column B, the G is pronounced. In none of the words in column A is there a phonetic G, but in each corresponding word in column B, a G occurs. Our knowledge of English phonology accounts for these phonetic differences. The G and non-G alternation is regular. So I would like to give like example. Alternation is regular and we apply it to words that we never have heard. Suppose someone says, he was a Selignan man, not knowing what the word means, which we couldn't since we made it up. We might ask, why did he saline somebody? So it is highly doubtful that a speaker of English would pronounce the verb form without the end as saline, because the phonological rules of English would delete the G when it occurred in this context. This rule might be stated as delete a G word initially before a nasal consonant or before a syllable final nasal consonant. So, yeah, thank you.